This is Danny Flexen here for SecondsOut. I'd like to be joined by Matthew Hatton and, of course, Campbell Hatton. How you guys doing?
I'm good, thanks, Danny.
All good, mate.
Glad to hear it. Latest, obviously, performance from Campbell on Sunday night. What are you hoping to see from him in terms of development?
More of the same from the last fight. I think the penny's got to have dropped last time. You know, he was more composed, he was calmer, and he put in an excellent performance in Spain. He's just got to take that mindset into Sundays, and we've had a great training camp. He's just got to take that mindset, that same mindset, same approach into Sunday, and I'm confident he'll look really good.
Campbell, how nice was it last time out to fight out in Spain? Kind of get away from the spotlight a little bit as well.
Yeah, it was good. I could just go in there and enjoy things and not feel like I needed to impress too much, and could just get on with it. And I think we saw the difference in my performance, where I wasn't trying to bulldoze the kid and get him out of there. I was just taking my time, and then I ended up getting him out of there anyway. So, like Matt said, the penny should have dropped there, and I'm going to take that mindset into this one and take my time and think about things.
What can we expect from the opponent on Sunday?
We can expect a very ambitious opponent with a winning record. He's had plenty of notice for this fight, so expect to see the best of Joe Ducker. He's won his last two fights, so he's going to be very ambitious. But I'm very confident if Campbell applies himself properly and performs like he can, he'll win the fight and look very good doing it.
Campbell, how keen are you to kind of keep racking up the stoppages now? And does that play into your mind, or is it just if it comes, it comes?
No, if it comes, it comes. I've got to drill that into my head now, because we've seen the difference. Like, it's a completely different fight when I'm not thinking about the stoppage and just putting it out of my mind. So just go with the same mindset as last time, where I'm not thinking about stopping him, and chances are it'll happen anyway.
Do you find, especially on social media, perceptions of you are starting to change a little bit now? People are giving you a bit more patience and a bit more of a break?
I think so, yeah. After the Spurs fight, there was, if you go through the Instagram, there was just stick everywhere you looked. But I think since my last performance, where people can see I've gone away and worked hard and improved on things, and I've shown more of what I can do, I think it has turned a little bit, and everything's been 90% positive.
When you struggle early in your career, get compared to a famous relative probably more than you'd like, you can't relate to that, can you, Matt?
Absolutely not, and I suppose that's why I'm a good person to advise and guide him. And some of the criticism was very unfair, because Campbell's not the most experienced, he's a young man, and he was put into some ridiculous positions, far too much pressure heaped on him, which should have been avoided. I think everyone's learnt the lesson, and again, last time in Spain it was a lot better, but he's been put in some difficult positions, but he's straight back in the gym, working on his game and working hard to improve. So, people should admire Campbell. He's working hard all the time to improve, and we're going to see improvements fight by fight, I hope.
Campbell, we saw Amir Khan and Kell Brook go to war on Saturday night at Manchester Arena as well. Did that kind of get your juices flowing about those sort of big fights in your future at that venue potentially?
Yeah, I can't wait to box at Manchester Arena down the line. I think everyone who they had on the pundits and doing interviews said that it's a special venue where it creates a different atmosphere to most venues, and I've boxed there myself, but it was to an empty room. So in my eyes, I've not really boxed there yet, so can't wait to tick that off the list.
And Matt, you've obviously fought Kell Brook in the past. What did you make of his performance on Saturday?
I thought he was excellent. I thought he rolled back the years. I'm not going to be one of these. I always thought he had the beating of Amir Khan. I always thought style-wise he would beat Amir Khan. I was surprised how dominant he was, but he certainly rolled the years back there. And I think he's had a great training camp, and that hatred for Khan, and it's a strong word, I suppose, but that that all helped him. He's had a great training camp, and I thought he was fantastic on Saturday night. And I'd like to see them both walk away from the sport. An absolute dream end for Kell Brook, not so much for Amir, but I'd like to see them both but I thought Kell Brook was fantastic.
Campbell, what do you think when you watch a fight like that? Two guys, veterans now, going to war. You're at the other end of the spectrum in your career. What are you thinking when you're watching those two guys?
Yeah, I think everyone who gets into boxing wants to be headlining shows, and seeing things like that, especially when the venue's local to where we've come from, and it makes it seem quite possible, really. You see the two fighters are local, fairly local to where we're from as well. It makes me excited, and I want to get there myself.
Apart from members of your own family, of course, who've achieved so much, who else did you look up to when you were first getting into the sport?
Again, all the local fighters, like two of my favourites are Jamie Moore and Michael Gomez, and for the excitement they bring. And more recently, like CANELO's one of my favourite ones to watch. I think Matt knows it.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But yeah, people like that. I like the aggressive fighters, and I think I watch a lot of boxing because I think there's loads that I can add to my game just through picking little tricks up from things I'm watching. I do really study it.
At least he didn't mention Craig Watson. He's going through like your greatest hits where you weren't on the winning side.
We better leave it there.
Just final word to you, Matt. How far can this man go, in your view?
You know, at the end of the day, we've got to aim for the stars, haven't we? And you know, we've not really seen we're only just starting with Campbell. It's a long road, and both me and his dad, you know, we'd tell him to do something else, because boxing's a tough sport, very hard way to earn a living, and it sounds harsh again, unless you can get to the very top or somewhere near, do something else, because it's a tough sport. So we've got aspirations for Campbell. Again, early days, but I think he's got a really bright future in the sport, and he can go and achieve great things.
Thanks, guys. Look forward to watching you on Sunday night.